Entering the ring, CCW newcomer, Marcus Samuels.
We can take it back to 2012, I was dropping on the tour, it's a big meal. Clear when the game changed, 17 years, no pre-deal. 2014, when the people try to rob me in the lobby, I bet they can feel the feet still. Run on my enemies, soon as they mention me, calling the same when they pick up a pen.
And his opponents, and former CCW Tag Team Champion, and former CCW Rookie of the Year, the savior of CCW, this is
CCW World Championship is on the line as the gold standard Odin Davenport defends against Young Gun Tommy Calaway.
What an opportunity for Young Gun. But I will say this, that is the gold standard, the champion. The one to beat. I don't know if Calaway's got it.
Davenport's difficult enough to beat at full strength. Calaway entering this match, you can see the tape around his wrist. An injured wrist entering this match at the hands of the Southern States champion, Alexander Presley. Will Calaway be able to overcome the injury he's facing tonight?
And you gotta think about it. August 22nd is a title match. Currently, it's supposed to be Odin, and then we got the Machine, and then we got the Violent Gentleman. Will Tommy Calaway make an upset tonight and be the champion in that match?
Whoever wins tonight goes to WrestleBash 35, August 22nd in Palatka, Florida, as the CCW World Champion. A lot riding on this world title contest.
I know Odin feels it, Tommy Calaway feels it. But like you said, that wrist could be a factor tonight. And Odin Davenport, he is experienced enough to know if he has to use it to his advantage, he will. That title means that much to him.
Calaway finally able to break the hold, sending Davenport to the outside. Davenport claiming his gear was pulled by Calaway, but...
No, I mean, I agree. He's got one good hand, and I could see him doing that because he's hurt.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
And Odin, if I were you, sometimes, let's toy with him. You don't have to win the match. You could stay out there and keep the title.
A 60-minute time limit tonight, as there is for every world title match. Odin Davenport making sure to use all of the referee's 10 count before getting back in the ring.
And the crowd should thank him for that, because that means 60 minutes of a gold standard match. Everyone came to see the champion, not some guy who doesn't have a limp wrist.
Well, you have to think Calaway, it'd be at his advantage as Davenport comes on. It would be to Calaway's advantage to end this match as quickly as possible. And you would have to think Davenport would want to as well to keep himself fresh heading in to WrestleBash 35, August 22nd in Palatka, Florida.
I don't know if we're talking about the same gold standard. That's the gold standard. The CCW champion. He is always fresh. He is always good to go. That's what it means to have gold.
Calaway has briefly tasted CCW gold. Trying to get back to the mountaintop. Able to gain control over Davenport, but Davenport pulling the hair.
No, he wasn't. He was just feeling it. I mean, he doesn't have hair. He was like, let me feel those Jerry curls. I want to see what it's like again.
And now Davenport feeling the sting of the canvas shooting up his spine. Davenport up and over.
What a stiff shoulder.
And a spinning heel kick.
Davenport, you got to look out. He may not be good with his arms and hands, but he's got the feet. Oh, could this be it?
Nearly sending Davenport through the ring. Do we have a new champion?
You know what? I'm as just surprised as you, Tommy.
Davenport not letting that gold go so quickly. What is this out of Calaway? Nobody. Oh.
So you got a little too cocky there, Tommy. Like we were saying, if you were listening to us. Oh, see, I told you, using that wrist to his advantage. Trying to pin the gold standard so early in the match. What disrespect.
And we don't know just how injured that wrist is. It could be broken. It could be shattered.
We're about to find out. I think Tommy could be faking it.
Oh, would you stop?
Well, Odin's making sure he hears me. He knows.
The way that a knee to the wrist is sending Calaway writhing. I think a serious injury done to that wrist at the hands of the outcast Alexander Presley.
Well, that's what it means to be champion to all these superstars. You will do whatever it takes.
It might be black tape, but it's a clear as day bullseye for Odin Davenport, using that hard head to inflict more damage.
I think Tommy Calaway might have bit off more than he could chew. I respect the wins. I respect the grit. But this
On a roll, Calaway escapes into a roll-up of his own. Nearly had a new champion. Calaway sweeps the legs, once again lateral press. Calaway, is he closing in on a title win?
That's right. If you want to be a true champion, you let your opponent breathe. Even the odds.
I disagree with that. Davenport suckering Calaway in and throwing all his weight across the throat.
But like we said, anything to be the champion, to keep that title. The prestigious title of CCW champion.
Davenport once again going right back to that injured wrist.
Tommy Calaway wanted the fight. He knew what could happen. Actually, what will happen.
Even if Calaway is able to claim the title tonight, what kind of shape would he be in going into WrestleMania? And you see him using now his left hand to try to get some distance between himself and Davenport.
Clearly his non-dominant hand doing absolutely nothing to the champion.
Gets his feet up though. Calaway with the bullseye knee. Both men down.
I don't know if he connected enough to make the pin. That might have taken it more out of him than out of Odin Davenport.
It did enough, though, to neutralize Davenport as the world title hangs in the balance. Whoever gets up first, you have to think, has the clear advantage.
The crowd on their feet before the two gentlemen are. Will they feed off the energy here in Palatka? Will we have a new champion tonight?
A brutal uppercut from our CCW World Champion. And once again, going right back to the wrist.
Tommy, I would have listened to my doctors and I would have stepped out of this opportunity.
I don't think you can ever pass up an opportunity to fight for the gold. But right now, does Davenport thought he might have had enough there to retain. Because you can never guarantee a shot at the CCW World title as Calaway just flails wildly.
Man, a punch to the jaw. I don't think Calaway knows where he is.
You see the one shot, though, immediately grabs his hand. And that's what Davenport needed.
And a slam.
Calaway, though, kicks out just in time.
I'm pretty sure he's holding on to that wrist, trying to use it to get up, which I'm sorry, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And this just shows what the CCW World title means to these competitors. Calaway risking life and limb to fight tonight. Calaway using his left arm, taking out Davenport. Going back, using his right arm out of instinct more than anything, I think.
But he can't get the gold standard up. And another slam. Could this be it?
Putting all his weight onto the chest. Now hooking the leg this time. I see some frustration starting to grow. for our reigning and defending CCW World Champion.
Odin, I'm as surprised as you are that he's still willing to kick out of everything you're giving him.
Davenport looking like he's going to try to end it here with the Gold Rush. Calaway slips out. 12-gauge lariat connects. You have to crawl over, make the pin. You can do it. No.
That is
Davenport able to slip out of the ring.
What a smart move by our champion. That is the champion's mentality. To win the title, it must be submission or pinfall.
I'm not sure how much of it was ring awareness, how much of it was just pure momentum from the 12-gauge lariat connecting. But was that Calaway's moment?
And he knows you got to get him back in the ring if you want that title.
Calaway trying to muscle the champion back between the ropes. Davenport nearly lifeless on the canvas. Calaway calling for a second 12-gauge. No!
And a kick right to the wrist.
Gold Rush, center of the ring. Davenport retains the gold.
And Davenport, the next battle, August 22nd. Not only is the title on the line, but his career as well.
Tommy Calaway put up one hell of a fight tonight, but Davenport proved why he's known as the gold standard.